This is Sims, and we are back with more Norn9, and we're at the end of Sequoia's route. So we should probably be getting our happy ending in this part, I would assume, and then the next part we'll do the bad ending. So hoping this is between a half hour to an hour and not too much over, because I like to end it, the good part, CRCG, end it like that, and then do the bad part in its own, but we'll see what happens. Anyway. We had only a limited amount of time to discuss the reset amongst ourselves. The only one who could perform it was Ion, and she was on the verge of a permanent shutdown. And so for a few days we talked. Everyone gave their own opinions freely, unbiased of any of the others. In the end, we decided the reset was necessary. Ooh, interesting. We had seen for ourselves the destructive power of guns. Thanks to Sequoia's vision of the future, we also knew how easily they could take another's life. What we had so recently experienced definitely played a big role in our decision. All of us wished for a weapon-free future. In order to do that, we had to extinguish the fires of war that had started to burn. No matter how small they seemed now, it was still possible they could lead to the conflagration of centuries past. One by one, we returned our powers to Ion. Interesting. They didn't do the reset in the other one. Well, okay, in a couple of them we didn't even get to this point. And then in other ones, when Link Kakeru's route, we didn't do the reset. Interesting. In accordance with the decision you have reached, I will now begin the reset. I forgot her voice from the last part. So I just, anyway. The future is changing. The one Sequoia saw will be overwritten. Hello? Yes? Will you hold my hand? Oh, yes. Our precious little angel. Again, middle of the pack, but still. Still, there's no reason not to like him. He's just average. But anyway. The reset would require 7 days. At least, that is what Ion said. Oh, a lot can go wrong in 7 days. Sequoia chuckled at that, saying it reminded him of the creation myths of some religions. Oh my god, and his, bad ending, is he gonna die? That would suck. We'll just never see him again. An Esper must first have a high synchronization rate with Ion. The greater the synchronization rate, the greater the Esper's versatility with the power will become. Of course, talent is a factor, too. Another large concern is personality. People with strong senses of justice, responsibility, or morality are more likely to be chosen.
Justice and responsibility. Those words fit Spacey to a T.
They do not. Your synchronization rate was not exceptional. However, there were other factors which made up for that deficiency. Wow! Wow! You're not exceptional. Ow! You're just fucking average. You basic. She just told us we were basic. A strong sense of justice, a desire to protect others. You felt these things so powerfully your own sense of self-preservation suffered. Humans content to sacrifice themselves typically walk a path which leads to self-destruction. I dithered over your selection many times. Ion added that the decision to not make an Esper came with its own great costs. Oh, Ion added that the decision to not make me an Esper came with its own great costs. Ah, okay. Had those costs not been so great, would she still have made the decision she did? I wanted to ask, but I could not muster the courage. Ion still saw straight through me. It was as if she could read the words I'd hidden in my heart. However, you never gave up on the future. That made me reconsider. You never gave up hope, constantly striving for a better, brighter future. In you, I saw humanity as it ought to be. And that is why I eventually decided to bequeath my power to you. Like all over the fucking place with her voice. A song rang out. The clear, strong voice was so pure and gentle, it sounded like falling snow. The fuck did you make that comparison? Okay. The song grew stronger and stronger, the snowy voice getting loud enough to white out the world. Apparently, the reset would do nothing to destroy human relations as they currently stood. As long as they did not affect anything major, family would stay family, friends would stay friends, and lovers would stay lovers. However, sadness, pain, hatred, the violence that those emotions birthed, that would all be gone. I mean, who wouldn't hit the reset button? Boop! Yeah, okay. And thus civilization had been reset. Reset to an era free of weapons and war, an era of peace. Well then, now what shall we do? We could, I guess there is no more going home for us. True. Why don't we take this opportunity to travel? You did have a relative who liked to jaunt from country to country. Itsuki and some of the others said they were planning to do the same thing. Oh my god! Friend trip! Backpack across the new world! I want to see that. Itsuki. The power of dreams really had been Itsuki's. Okay, see? Ron stole it. Okay, I'm happy with that. I don't like Ron and I don't want him to have a cool power, and that was Itsuki's power, and you can't tell me otherwise. Alright. Alright, I'm okay. I feel better now. Still angry. Apparently, some time before we reached our destination, he passed it on to Ron. I have no idea what the two had discussed that had led to that decision. However, it was thanks to Ron's decision not to attack us that we had all survived. They like trying so hard right now to be like, Ron's not a bad guy. And you're like, I don't trust you, game. I don't trust you. Okay? I learned my lesson in Amnesia, okay? You try to tell me this person's so nice and wonderful. No, they aren't! Maybe. We'll see what happens. I'm just so afraid to go down Ron's path and be like, oh my god, he's actually really great, guys. What the hell happened? I'm really afraid for future Spacey, okay? Past me and present me are afraid for future me. Because, anyway. Could Itsuki have discovered Ron's duplicity ahead of time? And then that would explain why... We're never gonna know. The idea of traveling across the world certainly piqued my interest. And now that the reset had been performed, what was the world like? Had it truly returned to an era of peace? As one who mandated the reset be done, I felt it was my duty to see the results of my actions. But not just yet. Ugh, why on earth would I want to travel? Does the idea scare you? Of course not. Nothing scares me. It is just... Other parts of the world can be excessively hot or cold, correct? I have no desire to go anywhere that is not a pleasant, temperate place to live. If it gets too hot, I'd be glad to fan you to cool you down. And if you feel cold, I'll happily hold you and warm you up. I mean, that's kind of adorable, but like, be a little more whipped, why don't you? You should not do that. I will get spoiled. Nothing good will come of spoiling me. Rational, level-headed woman right there, instead of being like, hell yeah, you're gonna fan my ass. Feed me grapes, too. Peel that shit first. Like, she's like, do not do that. I will be spoiled. Why not? I would get selfish. What's wrong with that? I have been wanting to spoil you for a long, long time now. I mean, but again, don't everybody want a little... You want a little bit of Sequoia in your man is all I'm saying. Just a little bit. Huh. Anyway, I think I will only like a place if it has lovely flowers. An abundant nature. I want somewhere where I can enjoy the beauty of all four seasons. The four seasons, I hear some countries don't have all four. Some only have two or one. Yeah, the South. Summer, 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 and still kind of summer. No. No, that is not what I wanted to say at all. Tell him, Spacey. I want to be where you are. If I am to live somewhere, I want it to be together with you. Sequoia smiled after the shock wore off, clearly. A thought crossed my mind. Briefly, I realized we were alive. After all those years of fear, now I could finally see my beloved Sequoia smile. Both of us had been freed from the shackles of our powers. That is certainly a relief to hear. Oh, why? Because it would be terrible if I had to live in fear of some other man's shadow. When have you ever feared such a thing? In that fucking dream, bitch! I mean, I didn't like Itsuki. He had all the things that I never did. And that's why I couldn't tolerate being around him. This makes it hurt so bad. Knowing that we're going to go down Itsuki's route and you know how Sequoia feels and you're going to be like, Itsuki! Throw yourself on him and fucking Sequoia's going to be up back there like, I feel guilty already. I feel guilty for future me. Future me is going to be like, it's okay, Sequoia, not your problem. Like, it's going to be so hard. So hard. Anyway, things Sequoia doesn't have. I'm not sure I can think of what those may be. Well, Sequoia's not a man whore for one, but I love you, Spacey. I love you. Thanks. I love me too. What, what do you think you're saying? We're out in public, you know. What will we do if someone hears you? Be fucking happy that someone loves you, girl. Jesus! Stop being such a prude. Just accept it. I've been holding back for years now. Surely you can allow me this little bit. Every year I watched you grow more and more beautiful. It was hard, so hard to watch you drift away from me. God, the guilt I feel for the future me is so strong right now. Anyway. But now you and I have a future together. You have no idea how happy that makes me. Spacey, why are you crying? I'm so happy right now. Yeah. I am not accustomed to hearing you say that you love me. Well then, I guess I'll just have to keep saying it until you do get used to it. No! Somehow that feels like it would be a waste. Getting accustomed to it would be a waste. What an odd thing to say. But when you say it to me now, it feels like I've just received a lifetime's worth of happiness crammed all into a single moment. You know, hearing you tell me that only makes me want to say it even more. Happiness isn't a limited commodity that can be used up. My love for you is boundless. I mean, he's not wrong. If I had not wished for a future with you, none of this would have happened. I would have given up somewhere along the way. Like Ion said, I would have driven myself to death. But because you were there, because you loved me, I was able to make it this far. Spacey, will you stay with me forever? Well, in this route. Until Itsuki's route. Yeah. Of course I will. In fact, if you told me not to, I still would not listen to you. I would never say anything like that. I guess this means the agony is finally at an end, too. Agony? 10 years of rigid determination. It was a long, hard road. Say, may I come to your room tonight? Oh, damn! What? Why are you asking me that all of a sudden? It's hardly sudden. It has been 10 years. 10 years for you! She just accepted she loves you. Wait, is that the kind of agony he meant? Oh! Damn! Do you mind? Girl, get some. I love you. Hey! Let me come fuck you. I mean, I love you and all. Like, oh my God. I mean, he was always a lover, but it just sounds funny. He's like, so, like, yeah, we gonna do this? She's like, wait, what? I love you. Oh, okay, that makes it okay. It's so wrong. It's so wrong. Like, I mean, that's not how it works. Okay, anyway. Sakuya. I do not want to have to read that scene. But girl, I'm proud of you. Girl, get yours. It's fine. Just don't make me fucking read it. It seems like this was a church. And the ceiling is awfully tall, though it's crumbling now. The windows must have had stained glass in them, too. This was a parliament building, not a church. I'm pretty sure. Like, it was a government building, not a church. Don't start. You're full of bullshit. Quite the fitting place to declare one's never-ending love, I think. Oh, that's easy. I'm a never-ending love, so now we're married, because we're in a church, and I told you I love you, so, like, I can get some now, right? Con man. I applaud your conning. It does make me sad because it's like the childhood love, like friends thing. It's like that's so cute, and then she's gonna like, but this is the basic like, whatever. This is the throwaway route, and then you have the Itsuki route, which is like the mid grade, and then you have the Natsuhiko, which is the destined love and like love route, and you're like, but that makes me feel so bad for poor Sakuya. Like, oh, that's the way it is in all Otome games, though. You know what I mean? Like Seven Scarlet, it was the same thing. Like you're like, oh yeah, best friend. Oh, it's so cute. Yeah, no. Anyway, moving on to the next guy. But usually the best friend is the one that I'm like, whatever. But like, oh, I feel bad for Sakuya. Poor precious thing. Again, mid-grade, middle of the road. Out of my preferences, but still, I feel for him a little more than the usual best friend route. So anyway, Sakuya, I love you too, Sequoia. Ah, I finally get to hear the words. It feels like a lifetime of happiness all in one brief moment, right? Yes, yes, it does. But will you not be. What? Will you not be too exhausted all so quickly? I'm not exactly 100% sure what they meant to type there, but okay. Oh? Yes. Sequoia had called me his destiny once. Again, none of that makes. Okay. Will you not be too exhausted all so quickly? Okay, so I can understand if she's saying, are you, like, kind of asking, are you, like, be sure not to exhaust it all quickly, like, something, you know what I mean? Or, like, because it's not a question, she's making a statement. So she's not asking, like, are you sure you're not going to be able to, you're not going to exhaust it all? Like, are you sure? You know what I mean? So she's making a statement, like, make sure you don't. And then he's, like, asking her, like, oh, and she's like, yes. None of that makes any fucking sense! Wait, what? I know that's English, but I don't think it's English. Like, sometimes I wonder when people like translate games, do you proofread this shit? You're just like, yes. Did you read how the set and go, that doesn't make any fucking sense in the context? Like, or I'm just really stupid right now. I don't know. Anyway. Okay. But the reverse was also true. Sequoia was my destiny as well. As long as he lived, I was content. My life, my destiny, was intertwined with his. Oh, yes. Is there anything you'd like to have for dinner tonight? Anything at all. I've convinced Akito to teach me how to cook, you see. Really? I thought back on the days when my team, Sequoia, Itsuki, and I, cooked for everyone on the ship. Before then, neither Sequoia or I had ever held a cooking utensil in our lives, but with Itsuki to help, we grew passably capable. But Sequoia, always deft with his hands, learned more quickly than I. Before long, he was the best cook in the group. What else did he have to learn? Akito is a fucking master. Don't neglect him. And there's actually quite a lot to cooking. I want to learn how to make so many more things. I read that really awkwardly, but anyway. Akito will be leaving shortly. I want to pick his brain as much as I can before then. Eggs, eggs. You can't fail with eggs. Eggs are always good and you can cook them pretty much anyway. There you go. While Sequoia absorbed cooking skills like a sponge, I still managed to make meatballs square and chop tofu into paste. I was, to say the least, not particularly skilled. Well, meat squares sound fine, too. You can still eat a meatball if it's a square. It's just a meat cube. I cannot let him get too much better than me. I do have some womanly pride left, you know. No, today I will learn from Akito. Why? And let me guess, is it your womanly pride? I was thinking nothing of the sort. I just feel like cooking is all. You really don't need to be so concerned about that, you know. I tried to hide it, but like always, Sequoia had seen straight through me. In fact, you mustn't. I forbid you. Oh, really? Why? Bitch, you want to fight? No, I'm just kidding. Would you like to know? I mean, I literally just asked why, so yeah. He was testing me. I could see the glint of something impure in his beautiful smile. He wanted to tease me. I mean, he's a boy, so. Sequoia was typically kind and generous, but he did have a mischievous streak. Knowing how contrary I could be, he would often toy with me for his own amusement. It's like they're trying to round out his character instead of being like the one-dimensional, like, perfect little side prince. Like, oh, he's got the mischievous smile and a glint in his eyes. Like, yeah, but I mean, like, he's a guy, so, like, I expect that. So, like, you're not really adding much to his character by doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he likes to toy with me. Like, you want to be like dick, but at the same time, you're like, you know, like when people mess with you, like that. You mess with your friends, you goof around with them, your boyfriend, girlfriend will do that to you, and it's like, oh, it's cute. But it's just funny that they're trying to, like, do that with Sequoia. Because you're like, no, I mean, he's literally just, like, the best friend love interest character. That's it. They're like, let's make him a little more rounded and be like, oh, he's got a little bit of a mischievous thing, and maybe he's a little bit flirty, and oh, he's gonna get a little inappropriate. Like, please. You tried. You tried, game, but I don't fall for it. Like, he's still a little one-dimensional. Like, all, I mean, yeah. I mean, I think they're all a little, I mean, they're tropes. Let's face it, but whatever. Not particularly. Oh, you don't? No, never mind. Oh. I disappointed him for not playing along. He briefly pouted. I smiled back in triumph. I will not always be so careless as to fall for your teasing. Teasing? How absurd. I was being quite serious, you know. Oh? I want to learn from Makito so that I can be more useful to you. I've been nothing but a burden to you for far too long. I want to do anything I can to help you now. Sequoia, you can carry my luggage and be there when I need to get off. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, every once in a while the asshole in me builds up and I just gotta let it out. So there you go, that was that. Anyway. Oh, God, no, that's so wrong, but it's kind of funny at the same time. I apologize. I did it again, huh? Getting all stubborn over the wrong things. I'm just kidding. Anyway. Hey! Honestly, I just don't want you spending time alone with Akito. You're very precious to me, you know. Okay, you gotta simmer down the jealousy a little. He does it in such a charming way, though, like, I just don't want you alone with other men. And you're like, that's gonna be a problem later on, but... You really should have asked. And now I feel so sad that you didn't. Because I knew you would just tease me. I gave Sequoia back a sharp smack. He just laughed in response. Hey now, that hurts. Well then, I'll be off to make us dinner. I will make your favorite, I promise. Wait, hold on. Also, he's trying to do something nice for you. I understand her rationale. Like, no, wait, I need to learn how to cook too. Because, but she's doing I'm the woman, I need to learn how to cook. You know what? Sometimes men are better at cooking than women. Just let him be your chef, okay? You can do other things. Go be the breadwinner. Look, when someone breaks into your house, you're the one that's going to defend his ass. That's all I'm saying. Let him cook. Everybody's got to take their fair share of the burdens, right? In the relationship. You are the one that will kick ass and defend his honor, and he's the one that's going to cook for you. Those are just the roles you take. Still laughing, Sequoia strolled away. I thought about going after him, but decided not to. Instead, I watched his retreating back. Thinking about what he had just said to me, he believes he was a burden to me. That had been no joke to him. I was certain that he had believed every word of it. Sequoia feels indebted to me, though he really does not need to. My admiration pushed her to this, and then what on earth should I have done instead? And despite how precious she is, I can do nothing to protect her. I can't even hear her tell me that she cares. I do nothing but cause her pain. It took everything I had to arrest my feelings for her. It's simple admiration, and that was the very best I could do.
What? So everything is normal between you two now?
Nothing is normal here, kid. Sir.
Before there was always this really tense, ugly atmosphere between the two of you. And that's all gone now. Are you two dating?
Huh? What? Why?
What? Why bother asking that now? It's not like I knew, okay? I spend most of the time on the ship with other people. Well, I don't know all the details, but it looks like it's worked out for you. Congrats.
Sarada's nonchalant attitude cooled the flaming embarrassment I felt at knowing our conversation had been overheard. Inwardly calling myself a fool for getting so worked up, I sighed and dropped the subject. Thinking about it, you did happen across Sequoia and I in the middle of an argument once.
Yeah, but don't worry. That memory's been overwritten with the one of you two making out.
How is that supposed to make me feel better? Sarada's innocent little face. I'd always had difficulties figuring out how to act around this mature-for-his-years boy. Though he thought he had come from the future, he was in fact a survivor of the past. Apparently his era was one that had reached a far higher level of technology than ours, which is what convinced him he had come to the past. Okay, see, I was like, wait, where? Okay, so now this answers, so well, I mean, that makes sense because we're technically in 2080, right? Is that where we are? So, like, but we think we're in 1919, and he thinks he's in 2019. That's really confusing. How had he survived? What had brought him to us? And no one had explained all that to me yet. That's gonna find out later, but... However, he had supposedly heard everything from Ion herself, and now more often than not, I saw him walking around with a pensive look on his face, because he knows some shit. So literally, older than everyone here. She's like old for his years. Well, yeah. I mean, and that also explains why he saw this building, because it was from his time period and why it's all overgrown. I mean, I think my brain had gotten to that point at one point. Like, well, he's from the future, but he can't be from the future for in 2080, and but then they also think they're in 1990. So like, where in the timeline is he? But okay, he's from a distant past, but he leapt into the future, but it's a future that's been reset a couple of times, you know? Quite a few times. And they're from a future that was reset, and they think it's 1919, but it's not. You know what I mean? So, anyway. And who knows how long ago it was reset before they, you know? So, what will you do now, Sarada?
Me? There's something I want to try.
Oh, there is. Sarada nodded once, an earnest look on his face.
I want to try bringing back a very precious friend of mine.
What? I knew how much of a realist this boy was. If he said he wanted to bring back someone, I doubted he meant it in regards to a dead human.
I'd already been interested in the subject before. I even did some research on it for my summer project.
Interesting.
I don't think any of that was coincidence. It's up to me to save her now.
Are you bringing back like your family dog or a robot or what? Like, she said it's not a dead human. Oh, interesting. Is it Ion? You're trying to bring back Ion? Wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff. Oh, wait a minute. It's gonna get good.
There's no guarantee I can do it, though. I'm still only a kid. I don't have nearly all the skills or knowledge I'd need.
As he spoke, his voice grew quieter and more dejected. I know what he must be feeling. Even if you knew what it is you must do, if you do not have any confidence in yourself, it was very difficult to make any headway. At those times, the words you most wanted to hear were, "You can do it. I know you can."
Huh?
What does it matter what others say? Only you can decide what is impossible for you. And no one lives your life but you. So why not decide to take it where you wish?
Yeah.
Sequoia and I will be staying on this island for some time yet. If you require anything, do not hesitate to ask us.
You know, you gotten a lot nicer lately, Spacey. It's almost like you're a grown-up now. Ah, well, I doubt I'll need to ask much advice from a pair of scientific novices, but if I need any capital, I'll come and see you.
You know, we were just being nice, and then you gotta, like, just, like, fucking kick us in the ass. Rude.
Thanks.
She's like, fucking rude. Fucking whippersnapper. Goddamn millennial. He's like even old. God damn it, Grandpa. Because he's literally like super fucking old anyway. And that's right. Only you can decide what is impossible for you. But it is still pleasant to know that others are there for you. Just having someone demonstrate their faith in you can give you strength and determination. To me, that someone was Sequoia. Huff, pant. Okay, we're running. Sequoia! Oh, goodness. What is it that has you so out of breath? Sequoia, I never once thought that you were pushing me into anything. Huh? You have never been a burden to me. Ever. And don't tell me you've been worrying over what I said earlier, or... And did you happen to overhear a conversation of mine with Itsuki? Both, then. Sheesh. If you had not been there for me, I would have cracked under the pressure from my family a long time ago. Once I received my barrier powers, I was taught that it was only natural I protect everything in sight. It was hard. But you were there for me. You gave me the courage and the drive to make myself stronger. The only reason I stayed myself this whole time was because I had you, Sequoia. Thank you. I rather went, thank you. Sometimes yes and thank you are so hard to read in like an actual, like, I don't know why. Like, you can read a sentence and put emotion, but like, yes. Right. Thank you. It's so awkward. I don't know why. That's where my voice acting talents that I don't have stop, clearly. I'm glad beyond words to hear you say that. but I cannot think for the life of me what I have done to deserve hearing them. Sequoia! Sorry, could I ask you to wait just a little bit longer? I've finally gotten the chance to think about what I want to do or become. Before, all I had was regretting the past and wondering what there was I could do for you in the present. But now I have a future. I am sure sooner rather than later is better, but nothing says I must decide immediately, correct? And just because I'm not fit for you now does not mean I have to give up on you entirely. All of a sudden I realized that it could be no simple thing for someone to get over years upon years of believing he had no future. To me, Sequoia was perfect as he was right now. But knowing Sequoia, I could say that until I was blue in the face and he would not believe it, so show him. After all, only you can decide who you want to be and when that version of you is good enough. Wise words, people. Soak those in. It's true. That's the thing that most people don't get. You're like, I want to work on myself. I want to improve. You're fine as you are. Yeah, I know, but I could be better. There's nothing wrong with wanting to improve yourself. You can be confident in who you are now and be like, I am good. I am good right now. I could be better. I want to make myself better and go out and do things. Like, there's nothing I hate more than when you are like, you know what? I'm fine with who I am. I'm confident with who I am, but I want to improve. I want to do something differently. I want to, okay, you can't get to. I want to lose weight. I want to get in shape. I want to, maybe you want to change your hairstyle or you want to change your look or something. You want to, whatever. And there's always someone in your life that's like, why? You're fine. You should just love yourself. Just because I want to change something doesn't mean I don't love myself. It just means that, like, people change. Hey, I want to have short hair now. I want to have long hair. I want my hair to be pink. You know what? I want to go blonde. I want to, wear makeup. I don't want to wear makeup. I just want to relax and fucking goddamn lounge pants and go everywhere like this. You know what? I want to actually dress up in a ball gown. Just because you want to try different things or do different things, or you adapt to life as you grow older, doesn't mean that you're not happy or confident in who you are. And I freaking hate it when people assume that just because you want to change something about yourself, you have every right to be, I'm totally confident, but I don't like this one thing. It's kind of like, oh, you know what? You love everything about yourself, but you don't like your nose and you want to get plastic surgery. Nobody has the right to tell you, oh my God, just be confident. You can still be confident and love yourself and be like, but I want to fix this one thing. Everyone does it in some way, shape, or form. We work harder at our jobs. We go out there and get other degrees. We do take certification programs to get better jobs, to make more money, to improve our lives. You know what I mean? But like, as soon as you want to change something physically about yourself, everybody assumes you're not confident. Well, I want to get in shape and lose weight and be healthy because I would prefer that. Doesn't mean I'm not confident the way I am now. Just means I will be happier 20 pounds later. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, that's just I'm going to get off my soapbox now. It just makes me so angry when people just assume you're not confident just because you want to improve yourself. Go out there and improve yourself. Just be happy with who you are now. Know that you're still awesome. All my little space muffins, you're all awesome. And it's okay to want to be more awesome. Okay? Love yourself now. Doesn't mean you can't change yourself in the future. That's all I'm saying. Anyway. Off my soapbox. Sorry. Anyway. Okay, anyway. Of course, you have a long and bright future ahead, and take all the time you need. No one is free of past regrets or is fully satisfied with who they are now. There you go, again. Again, you can be satisfied but not fully satisfied, and it's okay to be 99%. We're all walking the path that leads to the future we want for ourselves, and that is life. Yeah, okay. Will you wait for me? Yes, but... Why wait? I will walk alongside you. Thank you. And, Spacey, I love you. Won't you say it for me? Of course. I will say it right now. I took a few deep breaths and steady myself. You already told him before, though, but it's okay. She's acting like she's never said it before. For some reason, Sequoia must have thought that was funny, because he started to chuckle. You really aren't used to it yet, are you? It looks like once a day may be your limit. It is not. I think it is adorably innocent, really. Spacey. His voice was breathy. In a flash, he closed the distance between us and swept me into an embrace. And get used to it, okay? I'm going to love you forever. His whisper was sweet in my ear. I knew he had no intention of letting me get too used to it. His smile had that little naughty gleam hiding at the edges of it. He fully meant to spoil me and tease me, pamper me and play pranks on me. We had known each other so long he felt free to let his mischievous nature out to play. And oh, did he know all my weak points? The worst part about it was that I liked that part of him. Sequoia's smile deepened. It was almost as if he had been reading my mind. I mean, the grip he had on my heart grew only tighter. Please stay with me forever. I love you. The end. Okay. Do we get an after scene? Yeah. Yay! Okay. I don't know. Sometimes we do. No, we don't. So there we go. That's that. Let's go into our gallery. I was like, wait, I didn't see it pop up, and I was like, why didn't it go anywhere? Doot, doot, doot. Here we go. So we are missing, okay, so we're missing the one from the bad ending. And then we're missing, okay, so. So that's the only one on that one, right? Yeah. No, that one doesn't have any other ones. Hold on a second, I want to see something. Okay, they each only have one. Okay. Well, oh, that's the touchy feeling. I was trying to figure out what this in the corner was. I just wanted to, okay. Because, like, I was trying to, like, click the little thingies and, like, see, but none of them, sometimes there's multiple ones. He doesn't have multiple ones. They just don't like, they don't like the best friend. They're like, we gotta give you the childhood best friend, but he's just a throwaway route, which is just sad. Ah, our precious prince. He's a sweet angel baby, don't get me wrong, but, like, and his route was good. Oh, see, this one did have one. Okay. Wait a minute, but then, wait, okay, but it doesn't, okay, I'm sorry, we're gonna do this over again. It doesn't tell you that they have extra, okay, hold on. I guess because, okay, some of them do and some of them don't. Okay, so we already saw that one. That one doesn't have one, okay. All right, sorry. I forget how to do, I forget how to human sometimes. I do feel bad because there's a part of me that's like, this is like, it's so, like, oh, he's so precious. And he's like, I love you so much. And like, blah, 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 when you were with Tsuki and I thought you were going to leave me for him. And you just feel guilty. You're like, because I know I'm gonna. Like, because at some point, that is going to turn into this. And that's exactly Sequoia's face. He's going to be like, and we're going to destroy the man without knowing that we destroyed the man. Like, I mean, this was about the only point where I was like, wait, we're pulling a Toma here. Like, don't do this to me. But, you know, I forgive it because he didn't put us in a cage. But, like, he got a little bit like, seriously, look, her shirt is, like, over. Like, boy, you just pushed some lines. You crossed some lines there. Yeah, that's his, like, wait, you don't hate me now face? Oh. But yeah, I just... It makes me sad. It does. That one's really pretty. I like this one because I like with the barriers, like all the different colors. It's really cool. He's like, don't fucking touch my woman. And then she's like, but I'm gonna love someone else soon. It makes me feel so guilty. Because he's like, so like, so we did go through, yeah, we did, okay. Well, this is the only one that's literally just him. So, not that we can't have ones of him and Makoto together, but sometimes I don't like them in there. I just, you know, we want to check our precious little boys by themselves. But anyway, so we'll do the bad ending in the next part, and then that's it for Sequoia's route. So, not a bad route. I mean, it wasn't like, I don't want to be like, it's not a great route. I mean, it was average. I don't feel at the end of it now, I'm not here like, oh my god, it was the most amazing, or oh my god. Like, there are some times where you go through games and you were like, why do you do this to me? You know, even if you're like, I hate them so much, you feel something. I do feel bad because we're gonna love other boys. And like, out of all Makoto's boys, like Sakuya's at the bottom of the pack. Because like, Itsuki's the whore, but I love him. I might not like him when we go through his route, but just out of all the characters, he is one of the ones. I just love you, you little whore. God. And like, I don't know, like Natsuhiko, he's just pretty. Like, plus he's Canon Boy, so I just have a feeling he's gonna be amazing. But yeah. And we know, I mean, out of all of them, Akito is like number one. I don't this route could be the worst, and I'm still gonna be like, I don't care. I love him. But yeah, no, if Makoto's boys, poor Sakuya is like at the bottom. I do feel like for her, she's got almost the best pack because Sakuya's not bad. He's just gonna be bottom tier for her other two boys. Itsuki's fun, like, and he's just pretty, and Natsuhiko's fucking beautiful. And like Koharu, Masamune does nothing for me. I'm sorry. Sure, he's a great guy. He just does nothing for me. Senri's the lolly boy, and we know I don't like the lolly boys. And Kakeru is one of those, like, you have moments where I'm like, no, you're not a bad, but you're kind of an and I don't know how to feel about you, but I feel creepy, is what I feel. Because you and Koharu, it shouldn't work, and I have aversions to this. It's like, oh god, she's too stupid. She's too much of a dumb fuck for you and your manipulative bullshit. And yeah, so, you know, plus she's typical MC heroine, so meh. Anyway. She got, like, the low pack boys. No offense. Like, Kakeru's fine. He's in the middle of the pack. But he's also in the middle of the... Sometimes you're like, oh, you're being a complete and utter dick. What the fuck? And then, oh, but you're doing it for a good reason. But wait. But I don't... and I just... I don't know. I didn't think his path was bad, but... And I think out of all of hers... I'd probably like him best. I don't know. We haven't gone down Masamune's route yet, but he does nothing for me otherwise. It's like, yeah, you're good, Mom, but, like, I don't... And then, like, poor Nanami. I like her. And Akito. I'm so excited for that. But, like... And Heishi's great as your best friendo. Like, he's great to have around, but I don't want to date him. But, like, I mean, as he proved in this, like, you are so fucking stupid, but yet you're so wise. Huh. It's amazing. He's a great character, but not one I want to date. You know what I mean? Does nothing for me in that sense. And Ron, fuck you, Ron. We haven't even gotten there, but fuck you. So, like, I think Nanami got the short end of the stick, because, like, Ron, the fuck. I'm really actually, I kind of want to go down Ron's route because I can't wait to see what happens there because it's just going to be a mindfuck. I know it. Like, cause he's never around, you know, nothing about him, and I just can't wait to see how, like, that develops. I'm not saying I'm going to like him, but I'm also not denying that there's a possibility that future Spacey is going to be like, oh, he's really not that bad. Because we know I make justifications for some of these assholes. Sometimes you were like, oh, it's okay that he stabbed me. It's fine. I'm okay with it. Like, looking at you, Yukio, and fucking Saint Germain. Just looking at you guys. And then there's other ones looking at you, Toma, like, don't you fucking... Fuck you, Toma. So you never know. Ron's either going to go down the Toma route or he's going to go down the Saint Germain route where, you know, I'm either going to be like, no forgiveness, or like, it's okay, it's fine. I don't know. But they kind of make you dislike him from the very beginning. You know what I mean? Like, they make you dislike him. Like, most of the other times when you've gone down a route and the guy's an asshole and you're like, no. You, in all the other routes, you never saw it coming, so that when they do it, you're like, am I okay with it? I'm not, no, but yeah, but no, I don't, like the Saint Germain thing, right? You're like, it's fine! We already love him, it's fine! Like, you make justifications for it being okay. In the game, never in real life, obviously. I feel like I need to state this, but like, I don't know, they make Ron out to be an asshole from the very beginning, and you're like, I just don't like you from day one. From day one, I didn't like you. So, like, but now, and you're going to try to change my mind? I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyway, so we're going to do Sakuya's bad ending in the next part, and then I'll look at the guide and see who we're doing after that, because I think, I'm not quite 100% sure. Anyway, so I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up. and subscribe to see more.